Oh, everybody make sure to hit the like button and let's get started. We are here to talk about a video that I posted it a while ago, but some more things came up involving overall just what happens when a man or a woman doesn't grow up with a father and the emotional deficits they end up having. So there's a video I'm going to play of little Scrappy going at it with his mom. And there's another thing that came up involving Blueface where he says he doesn't mess with his mother anymore. And if you look at Blueface, if you look at Little Scrappy, if you look at other guys who have dysfunctional relationships with their mom, virtually the majority of all of us, you'll see one particular thing that is overwhelmingly apparent, and that is emotional unavailability or emotional instability. I would say Jim Jones is another person. Jim Jones seems to be very emotionally unavailable. Blueface, I think he goes from being emotionally unstable to emotionally unavailable. And then, of course, Scrappy is, to a certain degree, emotionally unavailable. And when women are dating these guys, they don't necessarily know how to deal with the guys. But we're going to talk about women too, because when I personally date a woman that doesn't have a father, that doesn't have the influences of a father in her life, it's difficult to deal with her. So, like, for example, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit more, when I'm on social media saying what I say, doing what I do, right? And the majority of things I talk about, y'all can get mad at it, but they're true. I have women saying, he's a narcissist, he's a misogynist, he's this, he's all these different things. Well, these are just simply fatherless women. See, fatherless people, male or female, they don't have the same reality as we do. Now, I grew up fatherless, but I went out and stole somebody else's father. Shout out to Terrence Spikes, Andre Spikes. I stole their father. So at a young age, I was around a lot of males because I went outside, I hung out in the hood. And at the same time, I spent a lot of time around my friend's father. So, my father was somewhat in my life, but he wasn't really in my life. So I can't say he was in my life. He was somewhat there. I had influence from my father, but he wasn't really there. But at the same time, I stole somebody else's father. Therefore, they or he influenced me. So to a certain degree, I can understand both sides. I did not have a father in the home, but to a certain degree, I had the influence of a father. But at the same time, I know how it looks and feels to be fatherless. The deficit that is in your heart when you don't have your father around protecting you. So I can see things from both standpoints. And at the same time, I am a father where I fathered and raised my own kids. So everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. And I got a whole bunch of videos we're going to show. And this is going to be good. This is going to be a good show. So everybody take a second to hit the like button, say what's up in the comment section, and let's do that real quick. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. What's up, Terica? Thank you, Terica, for pulling up. All right, so we're going to start off playing this video right here. This is Lil Scrappy dealing with his mother. My father died when I was 3 years old, and I was raised by a single toxic mother. Sorry to hear that, Lucille. Yeah, it's a lot. I'm glad my mom wasn't toxic. All right, so y'all check this out.
I can't go to you hard.
Whoa. Hold up. Terica just said we only got 21 likes. No. So I need everybody to hit the like button. Thank you, Terica, because I was about to. Nope, we ain't doing nothing until y'all hit the like button. We ain't doing nothing until y'all hit the like button. So everybody, y'all need to smash that like button. Thank you, technician, on y'all. So I'm gonna give y'all a second to hit the like button because y'all tripping. Where is okay? So what we're gonna do? We're gonna give you a 30-second countdown, and we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna check the lights again. So y'all got 30 seconds. We have a light party right real quick. Everybody hit the like button. Let's go right now. We're gonna do this early. All right, so where are the likes at, Terica? Give me a report on the likes. Give me a report on the likes. Give me a report on the likes real quick so we can get started. Give me a report on the likes. Where are my likes at? All right, let's keep going.
I can't even go to her, she hard. I can't go to you hard. So I'm on the concrete, my granddaddy ain't that hard.
Wow.
But guess what? And I ain't taking nothing from you because you put me there. You put money in my you gave me to help my rap career. And
So something that we always feel obligated to do as sons and daughters, because that's what Scrappy instantly started doing. Instantly. He can't necessarily tell the truth about how he feels about not having a dad and being raised in an environment as he was raised in, without giving her all of this credit. Oh, you helped me do this. You helped me do that. Blah, 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 blah. It's like you feel indebted to your mother. And I'm not going to say that's a bad thing, you know, but at the same time, in all honesty, we are not indebted to our mothers. Somebody drop in the comments why we are not indebted to our mothers. Somebody drop in the comments, why are we not indebted to our mothers? And everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. What y'all got? Because we didn't ask her to open her legs. Facts. That's it. That is it. That is it. That's it. Father. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay. We didn't ask to be born. Facts. That's what it is. That is what it is. So, we don't owe y'all nothing, ladies. Your son, your daughters don't owe you crap. I don't owe my mama nothing. You don't owe your mama nothing. Your child don't owe you nothing because we didn't ask to be here. And that's the biggest thing that's important for all of us to pay attention to. You are not indebted to your mother in any type of way. Now, if you love your mother, cool. That's dope. I love my mom. And I did do whatever I could for my mom. But one thing I made sure to do that I actually got guilt tripped for by my friends is I left my mom and I went and got married and started a family of my own and moved out in the suburbs and left my mama. And I had one of my friends, homeboys, like, yo, man, you need to go see your mom. And I went to see my mom, but I had a family. I'm not finna be go live. I'm not finna have my mom live with me. And two, I'm not gonna just be running around being up under my mom. I got a wife at that time. I was a kid, right? But I started a family. So my friend, like, cause his mom had passed, and he used guilt tripping me, like, yo, you don't did your mama wrong for starting my own life, because he was somewhat of a mama's boy, but his mom passed away. So he still had this hole in his heart because his mom passed away. But altogether, he used to try to guilt trip me by just moving on with my life. And I used to argue with him. I'm like, bro, where are you learning this from? Because I was confused. Why am I supposed to do all this stuff? And guess what I told him? I'm gonna tell y'all what I told my mom, what I told him. When he tried to guilt trip me for just moving on with my life, I told him, I said, my mom had 50 years to find, well, I would say my mom had 30 years to find a husband. I'll say that again. My mom had 30 years to find a husband. She failed at it. She didn't find a husband. So that ain't got nothing to do with me. So ladies, I want y'all to think about this. When your child or children grow up, their jobs are to leave you behind. And if you turn around and get mad at them for leaving you behind, you're trash. You're trash. Why are you trash? Because your children's jobs are to leave you. Your job as an adult, as a parent, male or female, is to teach your child how to leave the nest. I left the nest at the age of 17. I got the hell on. But a lot of these dudes, and that's the reason why I'm so different than the majority of these fatherless boys, because I got the hell on. See, the longer you stay around your mama, whether you're male or female, the more dysfunctional you end up being. Even though my mom loved me and all that, she was dysfunctional. And she wasn't crazy. She was just the simple, dysfunctional black woman. Choosing pookies, taking dudes back that slapped them around. The typical mess that typical black women do. And I was like, yo, I got to get the hell away from this. So I got the hell on. I moved on the other side of town. I wasn't around my mom every day. Even when I was a kid, I got the hell on. I just had to come back because I live with my mom, but I left the house every single morning. Well, not every single morning, every single day of my life when I got home from school. I left the house every single day I got home from school. Why? I ain't trying to be around no damn woman. I'm trying to be around men. I'm trying to be around and learn about life. I'm trying to I'm trying to go experience life. I'm trying to go out and explore this world. But a lot of you dudes, Y'all grew up under y'all little single moms, and your mom treated you like Blueface treated Blueface. Almost this weird ancestral sexual relationship you had with your mama. Like Jim Jones had with his mom. Jim Jones said in a video in a podcast episode with Angela Yee that his mother taught him how to kiss by her kissing him. She taught him how to tongue kiss. First of all, why does a man need to learn how to kiss? We adults ain't run around kissing folks. So out of all the things that a parent can teach a boy, why is it kissing? Because she wanted to kiss her son. She wasn't teaching him how to kiss. She had a sexual relationship or non-sexual or almost sexual relationship with her son. And this is what mothers do to their sons. Look it up yourself. How does a woman teach her son to leave? By putting that boy under the tutelage of a male. That's how. Jamie asks, how does a woman teach her son to leave? As a woman, you can't teach your son how to do nothing except for how to pee, how to wash his ass, the little nurturing stuff. But the problem with single motherhood is you as a woman can't teach your son shit. You can't teach him how to do nothing. I want y'all to think about this. You as a woman can't teach your son how to do anything. And that is how dysfunctional single motherhood is. The person that raised this boy can't raise this boy. Do y'all understand that? Do y'all understand that? Put a 1 in the chat and hit the like button. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. Put a 2 in the chat if you disagree with me. You as a woman can't tell a boy, teach a boy, raise a boy into being anything but a punk. You can't do nothing. Nothing. Not one thing. When he was a baby, you taught him how to eat. When he was a baby, he was a baby, you taught him how to eat. You taught him how to walk. You taught him how to use a potty. You taught him how to wash himself. But after that, you, to a certain degree, are useless. I'll say it again. After that, you are useless to your son. Useless. Quote me on this. Clip me on this. You as a mother are useless to your son after the age of 10. Useless. Useless. You have no use to your son after the age of 10. Because at that point, he is going to start interacting with the world. He's going to start going to school. He's going to be out in the world. He got to learn how to fight. He got to learn how to deal with conflict resolution. He has to deal with girls. He got to be able to get along with other boys. You can't teach him how to do none of that shit. Nothing. Once your son starts to interact with the world, see, when he's in the house as a child, no problem. But the day your son wants to go outside, climb trees, run around, make mud pies, ride a bike, you're useless. Can you teach him how to ride a bike? No, because you don't know how to ride a bike. You're useless. Right, a man raises a boy into a man. So when Jamie right here says, how does a woman teach her son to leave? You can't. Your job is to find a man, marry a man, date a man, find your son a mentor, send your boy to his daddy. You see, all these things have to do one thing. Man, I left my house and I got around men. Some crazy, some toxic, some drug dealers, some, but at the same time, I grew up around men, straight up. Because somehow, I don't know, somehow, I was easily able to understand that I have no purpose being around my mama. And my mom was a great person, but why the hell I want to be around a damn woman? She can't teach me how to do shit. Get out of here. So I went outside every day. So we're going to break this down. We're about to go deep with this. So let's play a little bit more of this young Scrappy video.
All that ain't nobody do that but you. So I love my mama. You know why I'm like I am with her?
Because of what you saw me go through. I didn't know.
No, I saw your lifestyle. I grew up in a whorehouse. I grew up in a trap house.
Yep.
So all I knew was that, you know what I'm saying? And I love you because you held it down and like you did what you had to do. But imagine you never had
child point of view.
You never had to sleep with your mama 24/7 because you couldn't go in your room.
Okay.
Does anybody know why he could not go in his room? Does anybody know? Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Does anybody know why Scrappy could not go in his room? Does anybody know why Scrap could not go into his room when he was a child? Let me back it up. I want y'all to hear this again.
In a whorehouse. I grew up in a trap house.
Yep.
I saw your lifestyle. I grew up in a whorehouse. I grew up in a trap house.
Yep.
So all I knew was that, you know what I'm saying? And I love you because you held it down and like you did what you had to do. But imagine you never had
child point of view.
You never had to sleep with your mama 24/7 because you couldn't go in your room.
Why could he not go in his room? Does anybody know? He didn't have a room because someone else was using his room for money making. Yes, that's it. That's it. Now, even though we didn't grow up in a whorehouse or we didn't grow up in a trap house, to a certain degree, it was somewhat like a whorehouse. Put a one in the chat if your mom was getting smashed by different dudes in your childhood. And there's nothing wrong with that because people are going to be single. But at the same time, what you ladies don't know, what you single mothers don't understand is we see everything. So we see when you was a hoe. And we see that don't no man want you. So put a one in the chat if you grew up in a whorehouse without it being a whorehouse. We see you dating this guy, and then this guy, and then this guy, and none of these niggas want you. We are aware of what's going on. Why don't none of these men want you, mama? He didn't want you. He didn't want you. He didn't want you. He didn't want you. He didn't. What's going on, mama? So some of us did grow up in a whorehouse without it being a whorehouse, because it wasn't a whorehouse, but you was doing whole shit. You was doing whole shit. And you thought your kids didn't see you. You thought your kids didn't know all the whore shit you was doing. But we probably didn't grow up in a whorehouse, but our mom was doing whole shit, whore shit. Let's back up. And to the women in the chat, always remember this. If you have a problem with the truth, which is you're a terrible parent, not because you're bad to your kid, but because you did not provide your child with a father. See, a Lamborghini is one of the most beautiful looking cars on the planet, right? But if that Lamborghini doesn't have an engine, it's a piece of crap. Am I right? Am I right? A Lamborghini is one of the most beautiful vehicles on the entire planet. But without an engine, it's trash. So you as a mother can be an amazing person, but if you don't furnish your child with a father, you're a trash parent. You can't be a good parent without a father being in the child's life. I'll say that again. It's impossible for you to be a good parent if the other parent is not in the child's life. Because like I said, it's like a car that looks amazing, but it doesn't have a transmission. You can crank it up, sounds great. You can wash it, it looks great, but it can't go no damn where. It can only go forward. It can't go backwards because the transmission is messed up. So no matter who you are as a woman, if you did not get married, if you did not do things the right way, and you have children, you are a trash parent. And the reason why I'm telling you this is so you won't do this shit again, because the majority of you have more than one child, and both of the damn children are out of wedlock, which means you're running around doing stupid shit over and over again on purpose. That's like if a guy goes to prison at a young age, hey, he was 19, he was 17, whatever, understood. He got tried as an adult. He did 5 years. Cool. Understood. Just like if you got a 17, 18-year-old child, you was a child, you was young or dumb, cool. Understood. Things happen. But if I, as a grown man, turn around and go to prison again, I'm an idiot. No? No? If I go to prison as a 17-year-old and do 5 years in prison, you're not going to hold that against me because I was a child. I was young and dumb. I made mistakes. I didn't know what I was doing. Understood. Just like you was a woman. You had a child at 17. You were young and dumb. You didn't know what you was doing. Understood. And with all that being said, can everybody hit the like button, please? Can everybody please hit the like button, please? But at the same time, if I turn around and I'm 32 years old and I do some more dumb shit, rob a bank or something, sell some crack, and I go to jail and I'm now in prison for 5 more years, now I'm an idiot. Am I wrong? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. So if you as a woman had a child at 17, 16, whatever, understood. Your child is like 17 years old or whatever, 12. I get it. You were young and dumb. You didn't know what you was doing. But if you're 32 years old, and you still run around having babies, you are an idiot. And I'm not apologizing for that. Are you dumb? What are you doing? You are a grown ass woman. One thing I can say about Scrap is, or Mama D, well, hold on. She's probably about 55. Scrap is about 30. So I can assume if she's doing all this whorehouse stuff, him and his sister, she probably had them when she was 17 years old. So even though Mama D is trash for what she did to her children, you can say that she was young and dumb. Yeah, Scrap is older than 30. So she's like 55 or something like that. She probably had her children when she was like 17, something like that. So with all that being said, at least you could say Mama D was just young and dumb and misguided and didn't have a father and didn't know what she was doing. But this means some of y'all are worse than Mama D. Somebody said Mama D is 59. So let's see. Oh, yeah, that means Mama D is an idiot too then. Because if Mama D is 60 and Scrap is 30, probably 32, I don't know how old he is or whatever, that means she had her kids when she was like a grown-ass woman. So she had him at 20. Oh, yeah, so Mama D was a dumbass. So Mama D was a dumbass. Just like a lot of y'all are dumbasses for still running around having fathers' babies. Mama D was a dumbass. I tried to give Mama D credit. Oh, she was young and dumb. Got her kids in a whorehouse. No, Mama D was a whole idiot because she was in her 20s. And then probably 5 years later, the dumbass was still having her kids in a whorehouse. Because she had her kids at 20, and Scrap remembers being in a whorehouse. Most likely, Scrap was like 6. So that means she was 26. So yeah, she's an idiot. But this means some of y'all are idiots also. Yeah, he's saying Scrappy is 39 years old. But this means some of y'all are idiots also. Because y'all are still running around having fatherless babies like idiots. Support the channel, y'all. Drop a super chat. Cash App is Aaron1000. Act like y'all been here before. Support the channel. Support the channel. Support the channel. Support the channel. Cash App Aaron1000, or drop a super chat. Support the channel. So, even though you ladies with your little 3-year-olds and y'all 30-some years old didn't have your child in a whorehouse, you're still a dumbass. You're still a dumbass. You might not be as bad as Mama D, but you're still a dumbass. Why do you keep having fatherless babies over and over again? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm going to show y'all a video. We're going to come back to this scrappy video. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. We need about 50 likes. We need about 50 likes. So everybody hit the like button. I'm going to show y'all a video that will tell you will show you what life looks like after you've had your little stupid fatherless pookie babies. So this what I'm about to show y'all. I'm gonna put it on a big screen. This what I'm about to show y'all is the product of having fatherless babies and having your little stupid, idiotic children grow up and cause chaos in the neighborhoods that they now live in. I'll say it again. This is for all you women who done had your little dumb poogie babies with dumb dudes and then get married. This is how your son and daughters are going to grow up and operate out in the world. Because your dumbass had a baby by a dumbass dude, and now your child is going to grow up to be a dumbass. Watch this shit. Hold on, let me put this on a bigger screen. Look at this shit. This is going to be your pookie baby, your little pookie son. Because you ain't have no sense.
He got to fight. He got to fight on beat.
Hey! Grab my kids! Get my kids! You're not motherfuckers! Stupid ass bitches! Come on! Come on!
Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. So you women just out here fucking thinking is cute, is cool because you want to give somebody some ass. A lot of y'all don't have enough common sense to make good decisions. And it goes back to not having a father. It goes back to not having a father. Some of you don't have a father, which means some of y'all are screwed up in the head. And I'll say it again, some of y'all are screwed up in the head. If you grow up without a father, you have a lot of internal emotional issues. And you may say, okay, well, I can't do anything about that. Well, one thing you can do is make sure your child doesn't grow up without a father. Am I wrong? See, when your child is cursed with the same thing you was cursed with, how can you be a good mother? Because all y'all love saying, I'm a good mom, I'm a good mother, I'm a good mother. But your child ain't got no daddy, and you were able to live a life without a daddy, and you knew how difficult it was. But you turn around and did the same thing to your kid. And then you did the same thing to your other kid because you got two of them. And none of them ain't got neither one of them got no daddy. So not only did you grow up with this hole in your heart because you didn't have a dad, and you dealt with a certain amount of rejection because your dad never came around, but you grow up and your dumb ass do the same shit to your kids, and you think it's okay. You think, oh, I'm a good mother. No, you ain't. You're a dumbass. Because you literally seen firsthand how it feels to not have a father. So why in Sam hell would you give your children the same fate as you? See, I go hard for these kids. And my job is to save your children from your ass. And I don't give a damn what y'all think about me, because all y'all kiss my ass. Why? Because if you are putting your children in bad situations, in bad environments, you're making your children fatherless because you just wanted some dick. You are the enemy. You are the enemy. And I'm not saying single mothers altogether are the enemy. Because like I said, if you were young and dumb, hey, shit happens. People do dumb shit. But if you got a 3-year-old, you are the enemy. I'll say it again. If you are 32 years old and you got a goddamn 3-year-old, you are the enemy. Because you still out here doing stupid shit as a grown-ass woman. You out here like you act like you ain't got no damn sense. And you a grown-ass woman. Let me play this video again. Because this is what the enemy does to us. This ain't the white man. This is not the white man. This is us. Let's count how many fatherless babies are out here, y'all. Check out, let's see. So you got 1, 2, 3. These are 3 Pookie babies right here. Okay, so those are 3. 3 Pookie babies. Okay, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 7 Pookie babies. 7 Pookie babies. 1, 2, 3. Ha ha ha. 4, 5, 6, 7 Pookie babies. And then there's a Pookie baby driving his van. Wait, actually, that was 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we still at 7. So we had 8 Pookie babies. See, all these people are fatherless kids that done grown up and they have no sense, y'all. So we counted 8 Pookie babies so far, right? Now listen to what this dumbass woman says in the window.
He got a fight. He got a fight.
So these are, oh, there's another one. So we got 1, 2, so we got 9 Pookie babies. 9 Pookie babies. So now another thing I want y'all to pay attention to. Why are these idiots running towards the anarchy? I'll ask again. Why are these idiots running towards the anarchy? Why are they running towards instead of just running away? Because they're stupid. They don't have fathers. Duh. So we have 9 Pookie babies on the scene of the crime. What happens next? Why are these idiots running towards the problem? Because they're stupid and fatherless.
Grandma kids!
Y'all hear that right? Y'all hear that right? Listen to this.
Grab my kids!
This bitch said, grab my kids.
Grab my kids! Hey! Grab my kids!
Grab my kids. Grab my kids, y'all. Grab my kids. Grab my kids. Grab my kids. Where the hell is this woman's kids? So it's 8 Pookie babies running around, acting a fool, fatherless people running around, growing up, tearing up their neighborhood, and you say, grab my kids? That means you got 2, because she said it with an S, 2 or more children out there also. So that's 11 stupid ass kids who don't have a father. And watch what happens next. Her kids are out there somewhere. Listen to this shit. What happens next?
Get my kids! You're not motherfucker!
She said, get my kids.
You gotta fight on beat.
Hey! Grab my kids! Get my kids! You're not motherfucker! Stupid ass bitches! Come out!
Mind you, this dumbass woman's children are outside. Mind you, her kids are outside, y'all. Her kids are outside. Her kids are outside.
You're not motherfucker! Stupid ass bitches! Come out!
Somebody said, can he find positive imagery to discuss of black women to discuss? Can this dude ever find positive in his image? The answer is no. You know why? Because don't none of y'all have husbands. Don't none of y'all have husbands. It's not enough married men and women, black men and women, to find in order to share positive imagery. Because almost all of y'all are single mothers. Almost all of y'all are ruining black people because y'all can't close your goddamn legs. Sorry. So is this an indictment on me, or is this an indictment on you? Are you contributing to the problem of fatherlessness? Are you contributing to the problem of pookie pickers? Are you contributing to the problem of creating baby mamas? Are you contributing to the problem of children that don't have a dad, whether you're the man or the woman? Are you contributing to the problem of the unwed single mother statistics rising? Are you contributing to the problem of abortion rates skyrocketing? Are you contributing to the problem of the foster care system? Are you contributing to the problem of men growing up gay or end up being gay because they ain't got no dad? Are you contributing to the problem of your son growing up being effeminate? are you contributing to the problem of your son being abusive towards women? I can keep going if y'all want me to. See, I don't give a shit about what y'all think. Because like I said before, y'all kiss my ass. I don't give a damn. I'm here for these children. I'm here for these children. If you are contributing to the problem, you can kiss my ass. If you got a baby mama, you can kiss my ass. If you got a baby daddy, you can kiss my ass. I don't care. I'm here for these babies. Men or women, all y'all kiss my ass. I don't care. I'm here to save these children from you. Whether you're a male or female, if you're stupid, if you're dysfunctional, you are the enemy. Get your dumb ass some therapy, male or female, and stop screwing up the community by creating more fatherless people. See, I believe in separation. I want to separate from a lot of y'all asses. I don't give a damn about none of this shit if you are a part of the problem. I ain't here to kiss y'all ass, make y'all feel good or nothing. I don't care about you if you don't care about yourself or if you don't care about our community. A lot of you don't care about your own goddamn kids. You just wanted a baby or you just wanted some pussy. So the majority of you can kiss my ass. And that's on everything. So I don't care who gets mad at me, male or female, old or young. I don't give a damn. I care about these kids. So I need to say that as a disclaimer. Because some of y'all actually think I care. No, because you don't care. See, I only care about the people that care about themselves, that care about their own families, that care about their children. But the rest of y'all niggas, y'all kiss my ass. I don't give a damn. Because to this day, I always say, I'm not in my kids' lives. I'm in my kids' business. I'm all in my kids' business. All in my kids' business. Why? Because I'm a dad. I love being a dad. And to the women that actually want to grow, that actually want to learn, that actually want to make a change, y'all are the ones that I fuck with. But the rest of y'all can kiss my ass. Because y'all are the enemy. Y'all are the problem, male and female. I don't want to be around y'all motherfuckers. I want to be around the people who want to have a productive life, who want to learn from their mistakes, who want to make changes, who want to get therapy, who want to do something different, who want to learn. But the rest of y'all, y'all kiss my ass. So I just wanted to say that for the record. Talking about some damn positive imagery. Create some damn positive imagery. So I'm gonna say this. For any of you who be like, why don't you just show some positive imagery of black people? Create some positive imagery of some goddamn black people. How about that? How about that? If you want to share or me to share some positive imagery of black families, get your dumb ass married and create a positive imagery of black people. You dumbasses. Oh, somebody says stats. Let's talk about stats. Let's get to the stats.
And runaway children.
And we're going to get back to the little Scrappy in a minute. We're going to get back to little Scrappy in a minute.
Let me continue. 90% of all homeless and runaway children, 63% of teen suicides, 85% of children and teens with behavior disorders come from fatherless homes. Let me read that.
Y'all hear that, right? Y'all hear that, right? That's right. Get your dumb ass married.
That to you one more time.
Hold on. Shout out to Melissa. Shout out to Melissa. If you want me to share positive imagery of Black people, create some positive imagery of Black people. But if you ain't married, if you got 3 kids all out of wedlock, you can't get mad at me for sharing your goddamn life, because you are the problem. You are the enemy. It ain't the white man. It's y'all asses. It's y'all. Y'all are the problem. Men and women. All y'all kiss my ass. See, I create positive imagery of Black people. That's the bottom line. Create it. Create positive imagery of Black people. Create it. And if you can't or have not created positive imagery of Black people, shut the hell up. Send it to me. DM it to me. I'll share it. But I bet you can't. The only thing you can share is you and your little Pookie baby, between you and you, just you and your little Pookie baby. No dad, no ring on your finger, no nothing. Show me a picture of your goddamn neighborhood. I bet it's bricks and shit in your neighborhood, because you ain't got no house. You ain't got no daddy yourself. You ain't got no husband. It's just you and your little Pookie babies. Send it to me. I'll share it. You ain't got no positive imagery, do you? Huh? You ain't got no positive imagery. So shut up. Send it to me. I dare you. I'll pay you. I'll pay you right now. Let's do this. In the next 30 minutes, 20 minutes, between now, 4 o'clock, 4:10, and 4:30, if you can send me a DM of you, your married spouse, and children in a house, I will cash app you $20 right now. No, I'll cash app you $50 right now. You got 20 minutes. I will cash app you $50 if you can show me imagery on your Instagram page of you, your spouse, and your children all smiling in a house. I'll cash app you $50 right now, between now and 4:30. Promise you, none of you niggas are going to be able to show it. So shut up. Live out the positive imagery that you want to see. Fuck out of here. And I'll be checking my DMs. Hopefully somebody can prove me wrong. So back to what I was saying.
90% of homeless and runaway children, 63% of all teen suicide, 85% of children and teen with behavioral disorder come from fatherless homes. Fatherlessness likewise has a direct link to teen pregnancy and sexual activity.
Oh, and don't go to Getty Images trying to find a Black family that ain't you, because I said on your Instagram page, Because some of y'all gonna go to Getty Images because you need $50 so goddamn bad because you're living in poverty. You're gonna go to get a Getty image and goddamn send it to me. No, on your Instagram page. On your Instagram page. How many of you have a husband, wife, children, pictures inside in a house that you can send to me? Come on. Where's the positive imagery?
Roughly 70% of teenage pregnancies come from women raised in a fatherless home. 70% of teenage pregnancies comes from fatherless homes. 70%. And
Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? 70%. 70%. So if you were raised by a woman and hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, and contribute to the channel via Super Chat or Cash App. Aaron 1000 is the Cash App. If you, as a man, were raised by a woman, as a man, your mother could raise you to be a loser, a drug dealer, a womanizer, a gang member, a convict, an abuser, a drug addict, homeless, or somebody who has dealt with severe depression. All because you had a single mother. All because you have a single mother. All of that comes from single motherhood. That's it. All your child has to do is not have a daddy. They can end up being a drug dealer, a loser, a womanizer, a gang member, a convict, an abuser, a drug addict, homeless, and depressed. And I'm gonna bring this up later, but I want to ask you all. I want you all to look up your ACEs score, ACES. Type in Google real quick, what is my ACEs score? And ACEs stands for Adverse Childhood Experiences. Look it up, find out what your ACEs score is, and find out how many adverse childhood experiences you had. And find out your ACEs score. And then at the same time, find out what your child's ACEs score is. Find out what your child's ACEs score is. Adverse childhood experiences. How many adverse childhood experiences is your children dealing with being with your dysfunctional ass? Are you bold enough to find out what your child's ACEs score is? Are you bold enough to look up what your child's ACEs score is? Because if your child has a high ACEs score, which is adverse childhood experiences, that means that is a direct result of you. You are bringing your child's ACEs score up. But you say you're a good mother, right? Yo! Shout out to Justin Lynch. Y'all can't see this, but y'all probably can't see it vividly, but this is a man, a woman, and his children in a house. What's your Cash App, brother? That's what's up. Yes, sir. All right, so just you. So shout out to Justin Lynch. Cash apping him $50. Because he was able to show me positive imagery of black people. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to what is it? Bam Bam Lynch. What's your Cash App, brother? I wanna Cash App you $50. Whether you need it or not, I want to buy you some coffee. Because the thing about it is, I want to show my love for somebody that is holding together their family in a positive way. Whether you need it or not, let me buy y'all lunch. So hold on, y'all. Let me Cash App him real quick. Shout out to Justin Lynch. I love this. I love this. I just want to buy you lunch, brother. I just want to buy you lunch. I just want to show my appreciation for having an intact family. I love that shit. I love it. I love it. I love it. See, I didn't just throw that out there because trying to be funny. No, I actually wanted to do it. Trash shit, junk. Okay. And if anybody else wanted to reward him for just doing his job as a man, as a leader, his Cash App is his Cash App is right here. So if anybody wants to Cash App Justin Lynch for simply saluting him for sharing positive imagery of black people, that's his Cash App right here. It's trash it junk. Trash it junk. Done. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you, brother. Because that's what I'm saying, y'all. I want y'all to Cash App this man. Buy him some lunch. Cash App him $10. I want all y'all to Cash App this man, buy this man some lunch, $20, $50 or whatever. Cash App this man. Shout out to him for simply doing something that the majority of us cannot do. Damn, Trey 979 said his ACEs score is a 10. I'm sorry, brother. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That means you've been through a whole lot. So shout out to you, Trace 979, for having. That's a lot. That's a lot. That is a lot. But we're going to get back to that. But I need all of you to go look up your ACEs score. I need all of you to look up your ACEs score and find out what it is, because it will give you a good understanding of what you've been through. And at the same time, I want you to look up your child's ACEs score, because a lot of you think you're good parents and a lot of y'all have no idea what you've already done to your own children. And shout out to Melissa for the super sticker. I appreciate you. We need 9 more contributors, y'all. We need 9 more contributors. Y'all tripping with the contributions. Aaron 1000, Cash App, or either Super Chat. Let's go.
These same women have significantly higher abortion rates than women raised by both a father and a mother. On the whole, fatherless kids are 20 times more likely to be incarcerated and 11 times more likely to exhibit violent behavior than children from two-parent household. 20 times more.
20 times more, y'all. I want y'all to think about that for a second. I want y'all to think about this for a second, y'all. Why would you put your child in a position where they are 20 times more likely, 20 times more likely to end up in prison, end up in a gang, end up on drugs, end up homeless, end up on a stripper pole, end up on OnlyFans, end up selling ass, end up gay, end up abusive towards the opposite sex? Why would you do your kid like that? You know why? Because you don't care. That's why. A lot of you women don't give a damn about children. Y'all love to sit around and say, I give my children everything and I care. So no, you don't. Because if you did, you'd have put your child in a position where they wouldn't have to go through all this shit in the first place, because you were married, living in a nice neighborhood in a nice house where your man is a provider and he's not abusive and everybody's happy, and then you have a baby. You didn't do that. So that means you don't give a shit about your children. You don't give a shit about your children.
If a man and a wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same chances as children raised by just their father.
Y'all hear that, right? Send your little Pookie babies to their daddy. Send your Pookie babies to their daddy if your child is over 10 years old. If your child is over 10 years old, send your little Pookie babies to their daddy. Because if you don't, this is going to be your little Pookie baby. Do you want your child to grow up living like this? Do you want your little Pookie baby growing up to be doing all this stuff? If not, send your Pookie baby to their dad.
He got a fight. He got a fight on beat.
All these are Pookie babies, little fat Pookie babies, skinny Pookie babies. All these are female Pookie babies, male Pookie babies. These are Pookie babies in action.
Grab my kids! Get my kids! Get me ass motherfucker! Stupid ass bitches! Come on! Come on!
Do you want your Pookie baby growing up to commit all these crimes, shooting all these people and running around tearing up your neighborhood? Or do you want your Pookie baby to grow up in this neighborhood where they could turn around and get shot? Because a lot of you ladies live in neighborhoods like this because you can't afford shit else. I'll say that again. A lot of you ladies live in neighborhoods just like this because you can't afford shit else, because you're living in poverty. I was in Baltimore and all these women had the audacity to tell me that their single ass, no daddy having ass, no husband having ass aren't on Section 8. I was like, y'all are goddamn lie. Y'all can lie to yourselves if y'all want to, but y'all lying. You ain't in no damn Baltimore living well. You wouldn't be living in Baltimore. Are you serious? Do you actually think if your life was great you would still be living in Baltimore? No. So I sat in front of 700 women that live in Baltimore and told them that y'all are part of the problem. Y'all asses ain't married. Y'all still having more babies. And if this wasn't true, y'all wouldn't still be in Baltimore. Y'all would have moved to the outskirts of Baltimore. Y'all would be living in Maryland or somewhere. Or whatever. Forgot what Maryland is. People say I live in Maryland, but ain't Baltimore Maryland? I don't know how Baltimore works. You'll live in D.C. You would have moved away from Baltimore. But no. This life. This is your life, ladies. This is your life. Let's go back to the little Scrappy video.
Knew was that, you know what I'm saying? And I love you because you held it down and like you did what you had to do. But imagine you never had to sleep with your mama 24/7 because you couldn't go in your room.
Okay.
You never had to walk in on my dope.
Yeah.
You never had to walk in on my.
Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button.
Just you know what I'm saying? The way I was raised, I had to deal with that because everything that happened, I had to deal with that. And I'm still dealing with it because ain't nobody come and take me to give me no help. Ain't nobody got me no help. I learned about that when I got older.
Okay. So do you?
No, this real, cuz like this this in my head, my whole life, in my head. The I go through.
Mama D, go hug your child. He hurt. I'm hurt.
You hurt? Hold on, you hurt?
He hurt.
Go blame that on your mama. Go blame that on your daddy.
This man is reaching out to his mom to say he was hurt, he was traumatized, and all his dysfunctional single mother wants to do is say she's hurt. And he had the perfect response. Well, go take that up with your mama. Go take that up with your daddy. Oh, you didn't have no daddy? Oh, okay. Well, go take that up with your mama because your mama didn't provide you with a daddy. But what's sad is y'all also did not provide your kid with a daddy. You know why? Because all y'all wanted to do was experience motherhood.
More single dads do you know than single?
Excuse me, can I
In comparison to women, you know more single dads do you know than single women?
excuse me, can I get a second? You're forgetting about the part about the fathers who's trying to be parents. Hold up, I'll let you talk. You forgetting about the parent. All right, you about to. You forgetting about the fathers who's not given a chance to be a parent. My father tried to be there. Because he wasn't with my mother no more, she made that shit so toxic for him, he had to let me go. So you saying, yes, no, hold up, I'll let you talk. My mother didn't even want me, but still didn't want my father to take care of me. Okay?
I see both perspectives.
But you're still not seeing the perspective of women not allowing men to be fathers.
That's a small percentage.
No, that's to you.
I can't.
Shout out to Willie Nicholson. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. So let's have a conversation real quick. We talked about men growing up without fathers. Now let's talk about women growing up to be fathers. And I think this is most important because the majority of you ladies are custodial parents, even after a marriage or whatever. So no matter what it is, in most cases, y'all are going to be custodial parents. So that means the responsibility falls on to you a lot harder than it falls on a man, regardless of what y'all want to say. As a woman, if a man you're with tells you to sit down, if a man you're with tells you to sit down, you know what you're going to do? If you did not have a father, this is for women who did not grow up with a father. If a man like me or whoever tells you to sit down or corrects you, you're going to instantly start thinking that the man is controlling, the man is a narcissist, the man is misogynist, or you're going to start trying to argue with the damn man. Why? Because you were raised by a woman, and women don't have a lot of sense. So when you're dealing with a woman who was raised by women, it's almost like she was raised by wolves. Have y'all ever really paid attention to a woman being raised by other women? She actually acts like a person that was raised by wolves. They're combative. They don't know how to shut up. They don't know how to listen. It's like a person that was raised by wolves. You ever seen one of them little shows where the kid was raised by wolves? A woman that was raised by women does not have a lot of common sense, does not have a lot of control, does not have a lot of discipline. They're usually fat and angry and combative. You know why? Because if you was raised by your dad will tell you to stop eating. Your dad will control your food intake. Your dad isn't going to allow you to a certain degree to overeat too much. I got 2 daughters. I did not allow my children to overeat. But women who are raised by women are usually the fat chicks. Like personally, I'm virtually never going to take a woman seriously who did not have a father in her life, because it's too much damn work. Because it's like a child that was raised by wolves and the child growing up being raised by wolves, and now they're back in society and they were raised by wolves. Like you're going to have all kinds of problems and emotional deficits. So I don't really have the patience to do all that shit. So as a woman, if a man tells a woman to sit down somewhere, she's going to have a problem with him. She's going to think he's a narcissist. She's going to think he's controlling. She's going to think, oh, you're a misogynist, all this other shit, right? Because you don't inherently have a simple understanding of direction, of guidance, because a woman can't guide a woman. Women aren't born to be leaders. Women are helpmates. Eve came from Adam's rib. She was created to be a helpmeet. But the majority of you are running these dysfunctional, stupid looking ass households. Then you have the dumb audacity to turn around and say you're independent. You're senseless. That's what you are. But what you ladies don't understand is when you're dating, when we're dating a woman that did not have a father in her life, she not only has an emotional deficit, but she has a gaping hole in her heart. And this is to the men and women out here. As a man, if you're a man, you need to find out if the woman that you're dating has a father. If the woman you're dating does not have a father, you need to find out what type of male influence she has in her life. And if she has no direct loving male influence, you're going to be screwed. I would not marry her because she's going to have weight problems, attitude problems. She's going to be a hoe. She ain't going to listen. Like I said, she's been raised by wolves to a certain degree. She's going to be emotionally unavailable. She's going to be emotionally unstable. She's going to have all kinds of problems because a father, the influence of a father changes the way a woman's brain is wired, and she becomes a better person. And then when she goes out in the world and she meets a masculine man, she knows how to accept a masculine man. So you fatherless women out here, most of you don't know how to accept a masculine man. And your stupid ass mama is going to tell you, don't let no man control you. Don't let no man do this. Don't, she's because your mom most likely is fat, and she's going to teach you how to be fat and emotionally unstable. So the majority of the women who did not have a father, your job is to go out and find a male influence, whether it's a male friend, whether it's brothers, whether it's guys that will treat you like their little sister. I have a coaching group. You can join my coaching group. You can find it in a church. Be careful of the churches, because some of these churches, they'll turn around and try to have sex with you. But you got to find a male influence somewhere, a coach, something. Because if you don't have a male influence that you trust and that you're guided by, you're not necessarily going to be a good wife, because you don't know how to be a wife. Should I find a fat man? Yes. If you're fat, find a fat man. Because if you're fat, you don't deserve a fit man. That don't make no sense. You're not equally yoked. Why the hell would a fat woman want to be with a fat man? I never understood that. Like, it don't make no sense. You're fat. Go get a man that's fat. I don't understand. But women who have these emotional deficits, women who have these gaping holes in their hearts, they don't necessarily operate like normal human beings. She's inherently dysfunctional due to the fact that her only influences in her life were women. Where do I find your coaching group? Let me drop the link. Hold on 1 second. I'll have the link to you in 10 seconds. Dropping the link right now. All right. So Jamie just dropped the link to the coaching group just now. So this is the link to join my coaching group. And for whatever reason, if you can't click the link that I just dropped in, and this is for women only, just go to www.misselectgo.com/join. misselectgo.com/join, and you can join my coaching group, women only. Because the thing about it is, I can't sit around and say, yo, if you don't have a father, or if you don't have a male figure in your life, you don't deserve to be married. Well, I can't just put you out there like that, because now you're going to feel hopeless. But I gave you instructions, solutions on how to change that. And if you don't have a male role model, a male figure, you don't have brothers, if you don't have functional males around you, you can easily join my coaching group. Because if you can deal with me, because I'm not crazy or harsh or nothing like that, but I'm going to talk to you like a man talks to a woman. If you can deal with me, it's going to change the way you date. Because I want you to think about this. If you view me as a woman hater or narcissist or a terrible person or misogynist, you have some very deep-rooted problems. Because I'm simply a masculine man that tells you like it is. But if you have a problem with me, I'm not the problem. The women that you were raised by and the women that influence you are the actual problem. And that's real shit. Because I ain't nobody special. I'm just a man that's going to tell your ass what it is and how it is. And that's what a man is supposed to do. Men don't sugarcoat shit. But if you were raised by women, you're not going to know how to deal with me. So guess what? Imagine what type of man you'll pick to have babies with. An effeminate loser. Because that's what your female friends and mom and auntie and family members taught you to do. I'm not crazy. I'm not abusive. I'm not verbal. I'm not none of that shit. I'm a man. That's it. I'm just simply a man. But if you see me as this crazy lunatic on YouTube, you are the one that has a problem. You weren't raised around masculine men. Because women that were raised around masculine men see me as a typical man. So you are the actual problem. The way you were raised is the actual problem, not me. I laugh at women when they oh, you're a narcissist. Oh, you're da-da-da-da. I'd be like, oh man, I feel so sorry for her because she's probably an idiot. It is what it is. And the only thing I can do is offer my help, offer guidance. But with all that being said, whether you take the help, whether you take the guidance, that's all up to you. I'm not for everybody, but I'm not supposed to be for everybody. See, the group of people that are for everybody, they're actually part of the problem. Because like I said, I personally believe in separation. I don't want to be around dumbass people. I don't want to be around people who don't have no damn sense. I don't want to be around people who don't want to grow. I don't want to be around people who are argumentative and combative and don't want to learn. So if you're that type of person, I don't want to be around you. I don't want to teach you. I don't want to do nothing. That's a man. That is called boundaries. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. These are boundaries. See, men set boundaries. You know, we don't hang around lame dudes. We don't hang around these type of dudes. We don't hang around those type of dudes. We have boundaries. If you're not like us, you can't hang with us. You feel me? So that person who's like for everybody, that person is a problem. Because men, true men, set boundaries and believe in separating these type of people from these type of people. Because you aren't going to hold us down. So we want you to stay over there. And the people that actually want to grow, come over here with us. So I don't want to be the answer to everybody watching. I want you to see that there's a difference between us and them. And then you make some changes in your life, and then you can come over to where we are. My question is, how can a man teach if he himself didn't grow up with his father? I think this is both ways. Male and female without father has problems. Well, I actually agree with you. But for those who did not hear, I did grow up with a father. It just wasn't my father. So that's something for you to think about. I went out and sought father figures. My father was in my life. My father did give me see, the thing about it is when it comes to growing just as a child, you learn the most between the age of 1 and 7. You learn the most between the age of 1 to 7. My father was in my life between the age of 1 to 7. Then we moved away to Atlanta, and then my father wasn't around. So the significant time that a father is supposed to be in a child's life, where a child starts to grow all their neurons and grow their identity, my father was there. But when I left Atlanta, I had to go look for a new father. And I went out and sought out father figures in my neighborhood. But from the age of 1 to 8, I would say the age of 6, my father was my primary parent. My father was a primary parent. So even though it was the age 1 to 6, it helped my brain wire correctly. So I do thank my dad for that. So let's keep going. Here's an example, because I was talking to a young lady earlier today, and this was pretty interesting to talk about. Here's an example of dealing with a woman who did not grow up with the influence of a father. Now, I was talking to a woman that did grow up with the influence of her father. So this is the opposite of the conversation that me and her had. If you haven't had the reference point of a dad, I want y'all to think about that. If you have not had the reference point of a daddy, think about that. You have, okay, when you have a man or a male or a father in your life, you have somebody to reference to. When you see a male out in the world, you reference it back to your daddy. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense, because I want to help y'all. If you understand what that means, put a 1 in the chat. When you go out into the world and you meet men, you instantly reference that man against your own father when you have a father. So if you have a reference point of what a man is supposed to be, you'll go out in the world looking for that type of man. That is your reference point. But if you was raised by women and you are a woman, you don't have a reference point of what a man is supposed to be. All right? So, where's the video? So I want to show you what it looks like when you don't have a reference point of what a male is supposed to be. Watch this.
You sit in his face and tell him you don't respect him as a man. You just sat here and told your son that I don't respect him as a man.
So let's break this down for a second. She tells her son that has moved on, has 3 kids, is married, and she turns around and says, he's not man enough, or he's not a good man. Why do you think she said that? Most likely it's simply because he left his mother. I'll say it again. He left his mother. See, a stable household, where there's a mother and a father, where there's a mother and a father, where there's a mother and a father, the parents teach and train and raise their children to leave their parents, to go on with their lives, to start their own family. But in most cases, when there's a single mother there and there is no man, there is no father, the only thing she does is train her child to stay with their mother. And when that child actually goes off and leaves their mother, the mother actually feels betrayed. So most likely, this is what's going on in this situation. He's left the nest, went and got married, has 3 boys, is a good father. What's the problem? Problem is, he's not with his mother anymore. And she has a problem with that because most single mothers do not train their children to leave them. So right there, you have to have the reference point. You have to have the base. Because when you see a man, a strong man, right? You grow up feeling confident in yourself and your abilities to leave the nest. And since you have a father in your life, you know what type of male to find to be with. And if you're a young man, you grow up to find a male to hang with that is somewhat like your father. So males and females need a father in their lives in order to have the reference point of what a man is supposed to be and look like. But if you don't have that reference point, you're going to go out in the world lost. So in this particular video with this young lady with a Yanla, it was a point where the woman says, when Yanla says, where did you get the understanding of what a man is supposed to be? She didn't have a reference point. So because her son isn't doing what she wants him to do, she thinks he's not a good man. It's simply because she doesn't know what a good man is supposed to be. So since she doesn't know what a good man is supposed to be, she thinks a good man is supposed to be a man that actually does what she tells him to do. That isn't a good man. Exactly. Blueface's mother is the same way. This is what men do. Men train their children to leave them because that's exactly what parenting is. Teaching your children how to leave the nest, not to stay in the nest or take care of the nest or grow up and be the husband of the nest. No, we make our own nest somewhere else. So this is the problematic behavior of a single mother, especially when she has a son. She essentially raises her son to take care of his mom when he grows up, not to grow up and take care of a family of his own, but to take care of his mother. And when he doesn't do that, he's less of a man. And this is the specific reason why fatherhood is so important. But guess what? None of your kids will ever experience that because you chose to be a single mother, because you chose to not get married before having a child.
And you don't think to consider what that does to his heart, to his soul, to his spirit. And it's hurtful for the things that he said.
You see what she said, right? I know that's hurtful, but what about me? I raised him. That's what she's saying. He abandoned me. I raised him all of his life. I was the only one there, and he turns around and abandons me for this woman. That's what she's saying.
So there you go. You're doing it. You're doing it right now. You're doing it right now. I'm holding you accountable, and you're spinning your web. This is why when the boys turn a certain age, the men come and get him and take him away from the mother because she can emotionally manipulate him.
So when you don't have a reference point, let's go to a particular conversation. Ladies, when you don't have a reference point and you were raised mainly by women, this is how a conversation would go. If a man tells you to sit down, be quiet, chill out, do this instead of do that, and you don't have a father in your life or a reference point or what a man is supposed to be, the first thing you're going to say is your brain is going to default into something negative. So if I'm talking to you, right, me and you talking and you're a woman, and I'm like, look, I need you to sit down somewhere. I need you to chill out. Like, no, we're going to do this, and that's what we're going to do. I'm not worried about all the shit you're talking about. We're going to do this over here. The first thing your brain is going to default to is something negative. You're controlling, you're a narcissist, you're misogynistic, you hate women because you don't have a reference point of what a man is supposed to do or be. I want y'all to think about that. But when you have a father in your life, you have a reference point of what a man is supposed to do and how he's supposed to act. Yes, Jamie, I do one-on-one coaching also. Just send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram is right here. I am_Mr. Let Go. Just go to my DM. I am_Mr. Let Go. And just send me a DM. I'll send you the link to a one-on-one. So overall, if you don't have a reference point to what a man is supposed to be, because you didn't have a father, no matter what the man says, if it goes against what you want, he's automatically misogynistic, a narcissist, or controlling. All because a man won't let you do what you want to do. See, men instill structure while women instill fear. I'll say that again. Men instill structure while women instill fear. Which one would you want? Fear or structure? Some women actually want fear because that's how their brain is wired. If you were raised around women and your auntie and all these other fat ass women growing up, the main thing you're going to see is you're going to fear something, you're going to get upset or offended by something, and then you're going to go eat some food. Because that's how your brain is wired. You get upset and you eat something. You get upset and you'll go eat something. You get upset and you go eat something. And now you're fat. And you wonder why you're fat. It's because the way your brain is wired. You didn't have a father in your life. So when you don't have a father in your life, you're confused. All right, hold on. Shout out to Jamie. Jamie just came in and hit me up in a DM pretty quick. So thank you, Jamie. I'll send you the link to do a one-on-one with me. All right, boom. So Jamie, I just sent you the link. You can book a one-on-one, no problem. If anybody else who wants to book a one-on-one with me, go to IAM_Mr. Let Go, and I'll send you the link, and I got you. Or if you want to join my coaching group, the link to my coaching group is in the top of the chat. Well, actually, I'll just drop it again. Boom. I just dropped the link to join my coaching group. Women only, women only, women only. So just like on Instagram, there's this dumb broad who keeps saying dumb shit in the chat, right? This is one of the women who I talk about. She most likely didn't have a father in her life, and she's getting triggered by everything that comes out her mouth. But like I said, if she had common sense, she would say, oh shit, he's right. I don't have a reference point of what a man is supposed to be. So let me learn from him. Let me lean in a little bit. Let me ask some questions. But she's not going to do that because her brain isn't wired to ask for help. Because when you're raised by dysfunctional women, you are now a dysfunctional woman yourself, and you don't have a reference point. You're just angry 24/7. He's a narcissist. He hates women. Because you are the one that's stupid. And since you were raised around women, you simply project your stupidity on other people. So instead of understanding that you have a problem, you start thinking other people have problems. And that, to a certain degree, is what stupid actually is insanity. See, insanity is doing something over and over again, expecting that to be expecting for a different result every time you do something stupid. So that's also stupidity also. So some of these ladies are insane or stupid or whatever you want to call it. But that's the bottom line right there. We got to get away from these stupid ass people. See, when my kids were little, I showed them what stupidity looks like. And I'm like, you don't want to be like this. You want to be like this. I gave them a reference point of stupidity. So when a woman is stupid, she will be like, I'm not going to let that woman in my life because she's stupid. So altogether, just to go a little deeper, when you don't have a man as a reference point, you're going to see manhood as problematic. Hold on, let me write that down. I'm gonna do a separate video about that. Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Contribute to the channel either via Super Chat or Cash App. Cash App is Aaron 1000. Stop being stingy. Share and support the channel. Thank you, Bent Not Broken. Guidance and giving directions isn't controlling. Exactly. Damn, I just forgot what I was about to say. Okay, hold on. Hold on 1 second. So yeah, some of you men may see a woman that you like, that you want to be with. You have to find out whether she had a father in her life. And if you did not have a father in your life, and if you don't have any men in your life, you don't deserve a husband. You got to find a man before you find a husband, because you're necessarily, period, you're not going to know what to do with a husband. And you're going to end up having babies, and you're going to leave your husband and divorce him. And next thing you know, you're going to be out here looking stupid, single, and you don't even know why you just divorced your husband. A lot of women who actually filed for divorce don't even know why they filed for divorce. They just start feeling a certain kind of way, and they just go out and file for divorce because they don't know what the hell they're doing. I bet, because I don't know the actual statistics, but I'm willing to bet that women who were given away to another man by marriage do not divorce their husbands. And if anybody has that, I want to look that up. I don't know if that's an actual stat, but women who were given away to their husbands by their dads do not, I'll say it again, do not divorce their husbands. So when y'all talk about the divorce rate is high, well, guess what? Did the woman you marry have a dad? If your wife does not have a dad, there's a very good chance, even if you married a woman, she will divorce you. So the divorce rate is the way it is because a lot of you men are dating fatherless women. I'm going to look that up myself, but I'm quite sure that is a statistic worth talking about. A fatherless woman will divorce you. All right, so look, I'll just say 505. Okay. Yeah, look it up. Look it up. I bet you can find it out. Look it up. So let's go a little deeper, y'all. Women inherently, the reason why single mothers are so terrible when there's no man. Women are inherently self-destructive, risk avoidant, emotionally unstable, incapable of working with other people, and socially awkward. I'll say it again. Women in particular are inherently self-destructive, risk avoidant, emotionally unstable, incapable of working with other people, and socially awkward. And if y'all want me to read y'all y'all's comments, you got to put it in the super chat. If you want me to read your comments, just simply put it in the super chat. Drop 20, 10 in the super chat and I'll read your comments. So, and referring to the self-destructive part, I want y'all to think about this. Referring to the self-destructive part, traumatized men hurt other people, whether he's a drug dealer, a gang member, or whatever. He's going to hurt other people. But traumatized women hurt themselves. So think about this. Traumatized men hurt other people. They abuse women. They do all kinds of crimes. They hurt other people. But traumatized women always hurt themselves. They self-sabotage good relationships, self-destructive. They have fatherless babies, self-destructive. Oh, with pookies, of course, self-destructive. They sell ass, self-destructive. They become strippers, self-destructive. They cause arguments with men, because there's some women who would hit a man in order to get him to hit her back, which is also self-destructive. Not saying that is a woman's fault, but dysfunctional women incite violence on themselves. They'll be all in the man, hit me. I wish you would hit me. You better, you bitch ass nigga, hit me. Psh. Oh, you hit me. You dare the man to hit you. But that is how women deal with their trauma. They actually incite trauma onto themselves. So when I say women are self-destructive, that's what I mean. Women are inherently self-destructive. Every time you lash out, you actually lash in. Imagine getting cheated on by your man, which is wrong. Some women will go out and sleep with a guy in order to get their man back. I mean, in order to get him back for cheating on her. She just hurt herself. Because when you go out and sleep with a random dude, you hurt yourself. The dude that you just slept with is happy. Your boyfriend is actually happy because now he can get rid of your dumb ass because you're a hoe. You just made yourself a hoe. Self-destructive. You go out, you dating a man, he's so nice, he's so this, he's a great guy. You run from that man. Self-destructive. So let's get into mother hunger a little bit. There's something that a lot of you ladies who doesn't have dads go through. It's something called complex post-traumatic stress disorder. CPTSD, not PTSD, CPTSD. These type of women, fatherless women, end up argumentative, emotionally unavailable, dismissive, abusive, or neglectful. And as a man in particular, when he goes to war and suffers from PTSD, he goes to war and comes back, and now he's in the safety of his home, and he has issues. CPTSD, what women deal with their moms, their home is the actual trauma. Because a lot of you dealt with PTSD or have PTSD or CPTSD from your own upbringing, from your own mother. Your mother actually did things to you that is comparable to a man going to war in Afghanistan. I want y'all to think about that. The level of dysfunction and abuse, verbally, physically, and emotionally, that you dealt with by your mother is actually 5 times worse than what a man or a soldier deals with going to Afghanistan and going to war. Because the man has an understanding that, one, he has help. You didn't have help when you were little. Nobody was there to help you. So you felt alone within your war, but When you go to war in Afghanistan, you got plenty of people helping you. You got people that'll save you. You get shot, guess what? They ain't leaving you over there. They're gonna bring you back. So the bottom line is this: when you deal with an abusive, emotionally unavailable, verbally abusive mother, you have no help. Your help, the person that claimed to love you, is the one that's actually hurting you. When you at war, you know who you are at war with. The person that you love is not hurting you. The person that you're at war with is at war with you. Everything makes sense to you. But the person that spits you out their coochie, when they're actually hurting you, hating you, I'll say it again, hating you, treating you like the bottom of their shoe, now you're confused. You're like, yo, why is my own mother abusing me? You expect to get shot or punched in the face or hurt by somebody you're at war with. So everything going on is a logical understanding. You made a choice to go to war. You made a choice to join the military. You made a choice to go to Afghanistan. Everything makes sense. But when you're a child, one, you didn't make a choice to be born. Two, you didn't make a choice to have this abusive, crazy ass woman all in your face, beating you and talking to you like you ain't shit. So there's no choice. So now you're sitting around confused. Why does my mom act like she hates me? That is CPTSD. Worse than PTSD. When your mother traumatizes you and you're a child, it's like it's never over. And that's the difference between PTSD, CPSD, and CPTSD. Repeated ongoing trauma, especially as a growing child, affects how your neurons form and what connections they make with other memories. Survivors of constant childhood abuse suffer from insomnia, sexual addiction, emotional dissatisfaction, emotional disassociation. That's a woman's delusion. Misplaced anger, self-mutilation, drug addiction, alcoholism. Some of you ladies are alcoholics without even knowing it. Dealing with a cruel, non-caring mother can cause your nervous system to work in overdrive. You wonder why you overthink so much? You wonder why you think you're not necessarily good enough for any environment? Because your mother taught you that you're not good enough. Your mother told you to your face you're not good enough. Your mother told you that you're not worthy of love. Your mother most likely didn't love you. Why? Because her mother didn't love her. And this is what happens when you grow up without a father. Listen to this.
More accountability on our mothers. I do hold more accountability on our mothers. Understand the woman, open the door for her, and all of this. Be nice, work for the woman, and take care of her, and take care of your kids. And if she has kids, take care of her kid. Be a stand-up man. But at the same time, that same mother is teaching her daughter, get yourself a job so you don't need no man. Now we got a whole community of women that's being raised not to need no man, but they got a bunch of men that was raised to want the woman and work for the woman. Our mothers has failed us as men because they raised us to chase women that they taught to reject us.
The breaking process of the African woman. The ordeal caused her to move from her psychological dependent state to a frozen independent state. In this frozen psychological state of independence, she will raise her male and female offspring in reversed roles. She will raise her male and female offspring in reversed roles. Because she has become psychologically independent, she will train her female offspring to be psychologically independent. She will train her female offspring to be psychologically independent.
So this is the trauma that women deal with when you don't have a father. who have little fatherless kids, a lot of y'all have baby daddies and never got married, stuff like that. The reason why your kid is so angry every day in school or even at home isn't just because they miss their dad. It's worse than that. Your kid is sitting around every day thinking, I can't believe this dude left me with this crazy ass woman. He was able to leave your ass, but I'm stuck with her. A lot of your kids not only hate the fact that their dad left, but they're actually angry that he didn't take them with him. There's a reason why he left. He's happy somewhere. Your kid is like, damn, that's crazy. You can't take me with you? You just left me behind like that? I don't want to be around ass either.
From the statistics of people who commit crimes, over 70% are people who were raised by a mother only. Guess what now? When the mother is not there and the father is raising, 90% of them don't go to jail. 90% of single fathers who raise their child as a father, they don't go to jail. Over 70% of all ladies that raise their children go to jail, go to jail, go to jail, all of them. 70. And guess what? If they can go there, they are being led to hell. Because a woman has no ability to raise a child. You can feed a child, but you can't raise a child. Your duty is to nurture a child, but you can't raise one. That's why most kids that are raised by women are troubled in their heads.
So, dealing with a crude, non-caring mother can cause your nervous system to work in overdrive. You wonder why you overthink everything is because you were raised by a single mother. The neurological pathways that are usually meant for social behavior may have turned into pure survival instincts. Hold on, let me start this over. The neurological pathways that are usually meant for social behavior may have turned into pure survival instincts. Think about that. This is the reason why a lot of women are socially awkward and don't know how to make friends, because your neurological pathways that are usually meant for social behavior are now meant for pure survival. So you care more about survival than you care about being social and having fun. Unused neurons simply die due to the fact that they never connect with positive associations, which causes disassociation. So let's talk about damaged neuroception. A daughter loses access to her own intuition. Think about this. A daughter loses access to her own intuition when she's raised by a single mother. A lot of you say you have women's intuition, but stay in abusive relationships. How can you have both? It's because there's a possibility that you have damaged neuroception. See, neuroception simply means the ability to distinguish right from wrong. But when you have damaged neuroception, you have an inverted way of seeing life. So you see good men as bad or boring, and you see toxic men as good and fun because you have damaged neuroception. Your brain is now upside down, and you see life from an inverted viewpoint. You also have something called maladaptive social cognition. Maladaptive social cognition. And you can look all this up yourself. Maladaptive social cognition. A woman can actually lose her ability to detect danger altogether. She won't see someone or an idea as something bad. She'll see something toxic as something good. And a woman will tell you, she'll be like, oh yeah, I'm a little toxic. See, what you ladies don't realize is since you have the ability to birth children, you can't afford to deal with a toxic man. But a lot of y'all think toxic men are fun. And you think good men are boring. Why is this? Because there's a possibility that you have damaged neuroception and maladaptive social cognition. Look it up yourself. And we're going to get back to ACEs in a minute. So examples of maladaptive social cognition is you panic easily, you get offended easily, you feel the insatiable need to speak up for yourself, even when nobody's talking to you. You have OCD, you have control issues, you self-sabotage relationships, you have social phobia, you get out into the world and you don't even know how to act. You start thinking everybody looking at you or staring at you or judging you, and ain't nobody thinking about you. You have misplaced anger, and you have extreme coping mechanisms. So when you're having sex, that man gotta try to kill it. Y'all can't have normal sex no more because you're so screwed up in the head. Your dopamine receptors are bent or warped. So when it comes to a simple relationship, simple sex, a simple conversation, it has to be toxic because your neurological receptors, your dopamine receptors are not like this, they're like this. So you can't receive dopamine properly. You need a lot of dopamine in order to feel good. So a toxic relationship is like taking a drug. But a relationship isn't supposed to be a drug. But a lot of you look at men, toxic men, as a dopamine rush. And the reason why is because one, you may have damaged neuroception. Two, you may have maladaptive social cognition. And the way you're able to figure all this out is simply look up your ACEs score. If your ACEs score is 7 or above, you have to go get therapy and sit down with a therapist and figure all this out. Because when you go out in the world and get with a man, guess what? You're going to have damaged neuroception. Well, you have damaged neuroception. So you're going to actually see a good man as being bad. And you're going to see a bad man as being good. And you're going to simply self-sabotage the relationship every time a man wants to love you because that's damaged neuroception. You're now afraid of everything. Dealing with chronic fear and isolation and dealing with difficulty finding the meaning of life. But once your body can learn how to trust its environment, it will now be able to start forming new neurological pathways and connections, which is actually called neuroplasticity. So every last one of you can change the way you think. You can change the way you operate. You just need help. If anybody wants to change the way they operate, and you're a woman in particular, I'll drop the link in the chat right here. You could join my coaching group or just send me a DM. I am _Mr. Let Go. And yes, I'm harsh. Yes, I'm gonna get on your nerves. But at the end of the day, if you keep choosing loser dudes, effeminate men, men who are mama's boys, it will behoove you to join my coaching group so you can get a better understanding of what's going on in your head and why you keep picking these loser, lame ass dudes. Because you may actually be inherently afraid of men like me. A lot of you are afraid of men like me. Therefore, you demonize men like me. And it goes all the way back to what we started off with. You don't have a father as a reference point. You were raised by women. So when you're raised by women, you don't necessarily know how to receive the masculinity and the structure that a real man offers. That most likely is your problem. So hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. And we're going to do this. In the next 5 minutes, I need 5 people to contribute to the channel, or we're just going to end the show. Because I got a lot more to talk about. And hopefully, if you actually are looking to grow and make some changes, we can keep going. But if y'all just willy-nilly just being here or whatever, cool, I can go on and get me something to eat. But if y'all actually want to learn and get to the bottom of why your life is the way it is and how to change it, let's work on it. So thank you, Kelly. Super sticker. So we need 4 more contributors and we'll keep going within the next 5 minutes. But if not, I'll just go ahead and end the stream. So it's up to y'all. And I'll drop the link in the chat if y'all want to actually come up and have a conversation. Thank you, Kelly. So I'm dropping the StreamYard link if you want to come up. And also, if any of you wants to learn, if any of you want to learn how to grow on YouTube, I have a link that's pinned at the top of the chat where you can actually learn how to grow on YouTube and learn how to build a brand. Because I have a coaching group for women, but I also have a coaching group that will help you learn how to grow on YouTube. Thank you for this valuable information. Thank you so much, Patricia. But in 5 more minutes, if I don't get 4 contributors, we just gonna be out. So it's up to y'all. If y'all want to keep going, y'all will show me that y'all want to keep going. All right, so I want to show y'all this. This is kind of interesting. I know this ain't all of y'all, but I want y'all to think about the simple logic of our women and the dysfunction of our women. Listen to this.
Blames the system for her problems. A system of social... 37-year-old Angel Adams blames the system for her problems. A system of social service agencies trying to help her. Adams has 15 children, 12 who are now living with her in this small motel. DCF says Hillsborough Kids Incorporated has been helping by paying Adams rent, even providing her furniture. Adams says it isn't enough.
Somebody needs to pay for all my children and mine and Gary, all our suffering, all our pain. Somebody needs to be held accountable.
This woman needs some Elmer's glue and a catheter so she can pee. That's the help she needs. Some Elmer's glue and a catheter.
So this woman literally thinks we supposed to take care of her little stupid little poogie babies.
DF says Hillsborough Kids Incorporated has been helping by paying Adams rent, even providing her furniture. Adams says it isn't enough.
Somebody needs to pay for all my children and mine and Gary, all our suffering, all our pain. Somebody needs to be held accountable.
And this is what we have to deal with. And of course, none of y'all have had 15 children. So I understand that is an extenuating circumstance. But a lot of you have had 2 children, 3 children. And you run around wanting somebody to fix the problem that you created for yourself. And that is dysfunctional. Her vagina needs to be held accountable. All facts. But in all honesty, her brain needs to be held accountable. A lot of our women, not just her, are mentally ill because they keep doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. You keep picking the same type of dudes over and over and over and over again. But what you don't realize is you are the actual problem. And that is a mental illness. A lot of our women are mentally ill. You don't have any fathers. You run around being masculine, and you don't know what to do with your own life. You don't know what to do with a man if you get a man. You're scared of men. You just simply use men as coping mechanisms. And then you wonder why we respond the way we do. Because we aren't opportunities. We aren't coping mechanisms. We are people. All right, now y'all got 2 more minutes to contribute to the channel. We got 2 more minutes to contribute to the channel. I need 4 contributors in the next 2 minutes. If not, it's cool. Not making y'all do nothing. But y'all have 2 minutes to contribute.
Come back. What? What's your problem?
I need 4 people to contribute to the channel via Cash App or Super Chat within the next 2 minutes.
Come back.
Contribute how? Either by Super Chat, which is the $ at the bottom, share a comment, and then contribute to the show with $10 or $20, or either Cash App, which is Aaron 1000, AARON 1000, is scrolling across the bottom of the screen.
Come back. What? What's your problem? You. You're my problem. Why? Because you're making me do all this stupid stuff that I don't want to do. What stupid stuff? Cleaning up my room, and then you're gonna pop me, and then taking your bag. Why was I gonna pop you? I'm not going to, but why did you need to be popped? What did you do? I took the things out of there, and then I threw something. Threw it where? At my wig? The wall. Okay, so you deserve to be popped. And you see how you carry on, and now you fine. All that freaking... I'm not fine.
He don't deserve to be popped. He deserves a dad. See, this young boy misses his dad, was wondering why he doesn't have a male influence in his life, and he's sick of this damn dysfunctional ass woman, and he needs a father. Nadira, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you.
And you see how you carry on, and now you fine. All that freaking... I'm not fine. All that freaking throwing... I'm not fine. All that... Don't talk to me. I'm just having a bad...
Okay, right now, mom is trying to talk to him, but the boy is letting her know, like, yo, I'm not fine. I'm not happy. I'm not okay. But instead of her listening to the boy, all she wants to do is keep arguing with him. What's wrong? What do you mean what's wrong? The boy don't have a father. See, y'all don't understand that not having a father, it's what's wrong. What's wrong is he doesn't have a father. See, a lot of you ladies have a certain amount of delusion where you think just because the boy has a roof over his head, he has clothes on his back, he's okay. He needs a father. No matter what you ladies do, you are not enough when it comes to parenting. Children need fathers. Right, she's not letting him communicate and explain himself. All she wants to do is goddamn talk.
Because you gotta take a bath. Because you gotta take a bath. No, because of you. Because you had to clean your room. It's because of you. Because you had to take a bath and clean your room. No, it's because of you. All that.
Okay, y'all hear this, right? Y'all hear this, right? His fat mama is telling him it's because you didn't clean your room. And the son is saying, no, you are the problem. And she's arguing with him. She's arguing with this young man. It's because of you. No, it's because you ain't clean your room. No, it's because of you. No, it's because you ain't clean. It's because of you. But women don't want to be accountable for their own stupidity. So it has to be another reason why the child is mad, right?
You see how you carry on, and now you fine. All that freaking... I'm not fine. All that freaking throwing... I'm not fine. All that... Don't talk to me. I'm just having a bad day. Because you gotta take a bath. Because you gotta take a bath. No, because of you. Because you had to clean your room. It's because of you. Because you had to take a bath and clean your room.
You hear this? And she puts this out on the internet. And she puts this out on the internet to embarrass her son.
No, it's because of you. Because you had to take a bath and clean your room.
Are you ready? Because educator, here comes your student.
Shut up, dumbass lady. I don't want to hear what you got to say. So this is what fatherless children have to deal with. They have to deal with not being heard, being gaslighted, and their feelings being ignored. This young boy said, it's because of you. Wouldn't it just make more sense as an adult to say, what did I do? What's wrong with that? What did I do? What did I do wrong? Everybody hit the like button. 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 What did I do wrong? Why you can't ask that to your child? Because you don't want to hear what he has to say. Because he's going to be real with your ass and tell you it's because you got me in here with no daddy and you keep bringing all these men in and out the house and it's embarrassing. And we ain't got no money and we're living in poverty and I'm sick of you and I want to go live with my daddy. That's what he would have said. But all right, y'all, the 2 minutes are up. Talk to y'all later. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. And like I said, if y'all want to join my coaching group, the link is in the chat, or the link will also be pinned at the top of the first comment. Talk to y'all later.